Greetings everyone. Today we're tackling an important question. How much car insurance do you really need? Car insurance in its simplest form is a protective shield, standing between you and potential financial disaster. It's not just about obeying the law, it's about safeguarding your peace of mind and your wallet. There are several types of coverage you can opt for. Liability insurance, for instance, covers damages for the other party if you're at fault in an accident. Then, there's comprehensive coverage, which takes care of non-collision related incidents like theft or damage from natural disasters. And let's not forget about collision coverage, which steps in when your car needs repair or replacement after an accident. These are just broad strokes, of course. Coverage can be tailored to fit your specific needs and circumstances, and understanding all your options is the first step to making an informed decision. Now let's dive into the specifics of each type of coverage. First up, liability coverage. This is your safeguard against the financial fallout from causing an accident. Now let's delve a bit deeper into what this really means. Liability coverage is a critical part of your car insurance policy. In essence, it's there to protect your wallet when you're at fault in an accident. You see, when you cause an accident, you're typically responsible for the costs. These costs can include vehicle repairs, medical bills for anyone injured, and even legal fees if a lawsuit ensues. That's where liability coverage steps in. Imagine this. You're in a fender bender that's deemed your fault. The other driver's car has significant damage, and they've sustained injuries requiring medical attention. Without liability coverage, these expenses would come out of your pocket. But with it, your insurance company helps cover these costs, shielding you from a potentially massive financial burden. But how much liability coverage do you need? Insurance experts often recommend a minimum coverage of $500,000. That might seem like a lot, but remember, accidents can be costly. A serious accident involving multiple vehicles or severe injuries can quickly eclipse this amount. Now, when it comes to liability coverage, you'll often hear about split coverage policies. This refers to the separate limits for bodily injury per person, bodily injury per accident, and property damage. A common split coverage policy might be $100,000 per person for bodily injury, $400,000 per accident for bodily injury, and $100,000 for property damage. This configuration gives you a robust level of protection and can help ensure that you're prepared for a range of accident scenarios. So, when reviewing your car insurance policy, take a good look at your liability coverage. Consider whether you have enough to protect yourself in case of an accident. Remember, skimping on liability coverage can be a costly mistake. Now let's move on to comprehensive and collision coverage. With the fast-paced world we live in, the unexpected is always around the corner. That's where comprehensive and collision coverage come into play. They're like the dynamic duo of your car insurance policy, stepping up to the plate when things don't go as planned. Comprehensive coverage is like your car's guardian angel, providing protection from non-collision incidents. It takes care of damages from events like fire, theft, vandalism, or natural disasters. Imagine waking up to find your car missing from your driveway, or perhaps a tree branch decided to make your car its resting place during a storm. With comprehensive coverage, you're protected against these unforeseen circumstances. On the other hand, collision coverage is your trusty sidekick when your car has a run-in with another vehicle or object. Let's say you accidentally back into a pole or get involved in a fender bender. No matter who's at fault, collision coverage has got your back, taking care of the repair or replacement costs. Now you might be wondering, do I really need comprehensive and collision coverage? The answer depends on a few factors. First, consider the age and value of your car. If you're driving a brand new sports car, the cost of repair or replacement could be hefty, making these coverages a wise choice. On the other hand, if your car has seen better days and isn't worth much, you might decide to skip these coverages and save on the premium. Secondly, think about your financial situation. Can you afford to replace your car if it's totaled in an accident or stolen? If not, comprehensive and collision coverages can act as your financial safety net. Lastly, consider your risk tolerance. Are you comfortable bearing the risk of potential damages, or would you sleep better knowing you're protected? It's a personal decision, and there's no one-size-fits-all answer. In a nutshell, comprehensive and collision coverages offer valuable protection against a wide range of incidents, protecting your pocket from unexpected expenses. They may not be required by law, but they can certainly provide peace of mind. Comprehensive and collision coverage can be a real lifesaver when you least expect it. So, how do you decide how much car insurance you need? Well, it's not a one-size-fits-all answer. Your personal car insurance needs should reflect your lifestyle, your assets, and how you use your vehicle. Let's imagine a few scenarios. If you're a city dweller who only uses your car for weekend getaways, you might not need as much coverage as someone who commutes daily in heavy traffic. Or let's say you're a proud owner of a vintage vehicle. The cost to repair or replace parts on your classic car might be higher, so you'd want to consider a policy that offers more comprehensive coverage. Now let's talk about personal assets. If you own a home, have substantial savings or other significant assets, you should think about higher liability coverage. Why? Because if you're involved in a serious accident where you're at fault, those assets could be at risk if your insurance coverage isn't sufficient to cover the damages. On the other hand, if you're just starting out with fewer assets and a more modest vehicle, you might consider lower coverage limits. But remember, even if you're not a millionaire, you're still responsible for any damages you cause that exceed your insurance limits. Your driving habits also play a crucial role. If you have a long commute or frequently travel on high-risk roads, you might want to opt for more extensive coverage. And if you're a safe driver with a clean record, you might qualify for discounts on your premiums. However, if you have a history of accidents or traffic violations, you might have to pay a higher premium or consider a policy with higher coverage limits. This is because you're considered a higher risk to insure. It's also a good idea to review your insurance needs annually, or whenever there's a significant change in your life. Maybe you've moved to a safer neighborhood, or perhaps you've paid off your car loan. Changes like these can affect your insurance needs and potentially lower your premiums. Ultimately, the right amount of car insurance for you depends on your personal circumstances. So take a moment to assess your situation, weigh your options, and make a decision that gives you peace of mind on the road. So there you have it. A guide to understanding how much car insurance you really need. Let's take a moment to recap the vital points we've covered today. Firstly, we dove into the importance of car insurance. It's a key instrument that safeguards your financial well-being. Think of it as a shield, protecting you from the potential financial pitfalls that can come with owning a car. Then, we navigated the often confusing world of liability coverage. We broke it down into digestible pieces, explaining that it's there to cover any damage you cause to others. Remember our recommendation of a minimum $500,000 in coverage? That's a good benchmark to aim for. We also plunged into comprehensive and collision coverage. These types of coverage are your trusty sidekicks, stepping in to protect against theft, damage, and accidents involving your own vehicle. Finally, we turned the mirror on you, looking at how to assess your personal car insurance needs. Each situation is unique, and it's crucial to tailor your insurance to your own circumstances. But remember, having car insurance isn't just about ticking a box. It's about equipping yourself with a financial safety net ready to catch you if the unexpected happens. It's about peace of mind when you're out on the open road, knowing that you're covered, whatever comes your way. So, we've taken you on a journey through the ins and outs of car insurance. We've boiled down the complexities into simple, understandable nuggets of knowledge. And now, it's over to you. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you learned from this video that you didn't know before? Share your thoughts in the comments below.